I worked in restaurants before becoming a pastor, before becoming an officer, and there were always a ton of people coming, and you could tell they were searching for something, looking for it in all the wrong places. And one thing that I found very interesting was people felt very comfortable on the bar stool when oftentimes they don't feel comfortable in the church pew. We as Christians oftentimes have this reputation of not being welcoming and loving, and in the restaurant we would always call our customers guests, and people would feel more comfortable being guests than being part of the family of God, and that is really troubling. And so to see people needing to be part of that family, wanting that belonging and searching for it in all the wrong places, it burdened me to see so many people that we love that are just struggling to find that belonging.
I think for me, it was not the kind of like larger need everywhere, but more so the kind of need that I saw in around my own life. And so the practical and the pastoral part of being in the Salvation Army. And so I remember it was things like wanting there to be someone there to support families who were in need. And I think of, a friend's family who was there for me in a difficult time in my life, not realizing that they were also going through a difficult time, and the Army was there to support them. And then, thinking about people that were in a similar life situation that I am, and family dynamics and all of the things that I was going through, and to be there for emotional support and to help people journey through that. So what brings me the greatest joy is something that, for someone who's introverted and a little anxious in social settings, is something that surprised me. And it's a couple of things. The first is being able to journey with people, to be there and to get to know them on a deeper level and be there in the important moments, to kind of journey through the valleys where there's challenging times and to see God show up, to be there at the mountaintops and in the wonderful moments and to see the blessings that are so evident all around us, but just to be there with people in the everyday stuff and to share laughs and do all of those things. And the second one for me is the opportunity to preach and to share the word. And I'll be honest, I feel sick in my stomach most Sundays when I get up, but I think that's just the immensity of the privilege and the responsibility that it is. But for me, I look at it as an opportunity to kind of draw people closer to God, to put that puzzle together in a way that hits people in their head and their heart and in their heavenly being and their soul. And that just brings so much joy to me as I share and get to know God a little deeper for myself, but also have that opportunity to share Him with others.
I think there's a lot of things that bring me great joy in ministry. I think one of the beautiful things that we get to do is journey with people. We're invited into incredibly sacred moments, sitting by people's bedsides, dedicating babies, journeying with people who are getting married. To be invited into those sacred moments is just such a blessing. Being able to be relational with people and encourage them if they're going through a tough time. It's really beautiful. I sometimes don't feel worthy to be in those spaces, but it's such a blessing. It's just amazing to be in those spaces.
So my encouragement to those who are pursuing officership or full-time ministry is that God is going to bless you in answering the call that He's placed on your life. It's not always going to be easy. There are going to be those difficult moments where the calling will be the one thing that's going to get you through. But more than that, there's going to be so many amazing moments that you're going to have to share with people, to travel this country, to see things and do things and experience things that you never thought you would. And on top of all of that, He has more time. He's more stubborn than you could ever be, and He's just going to keep pursuing you and blocking out and taking away all those excuses that you have. So just answer the call.
I think for those considering officership, I would say don't get discouraged by all the paperwork and all of the processes to get there. When you get to training college and you get into full-time ministry, there's nothing quite like living right in the center of God's will. You get to experience things that you never thought you would. You get to see how God can use you in ways that you didn't think were possible, and you get to just see how faithful God is throughout the entire process. I like to say, being an officer going through the training college program, it's not sunshine and lollipops all the time, but there are such rich experiences that I've gotten to experience because of God's calling on my life.